Hi, baby. I missed you. How was your day? I'm sorry it wasn't that great. You think I could help make it better? Cool. Right. I'm on step 3. I haven't even done step 1 yet. Thank you for reminding me, honey. Um, I, yeah, my day was good. It was busy, but, you know, I, uh, I had to fill in and, um, don't worry. I've been working kind of a little later than usual recently, but the boss, he needed stuff done for a project and he trusted me enough to do this, but I was like, well, you need to pay me like what I'm worth because I'd rather be at home with my girlfriend. And, I just told him straight up, it's like, I'm going to need like higher pay. And he's like, how's time and a half? And I was like, double. I want double my standard pay. You know what he said? Well, I take it since I've been working late hours, you can figure it out that, yeah, pays me double. And with all that money that I'm making, I thought I'd take the next few days off. And I know you're off the next few days, so I thought maybe we could just spend more time together. How's that, honey? Am I going at the right pace? Yeah, it's good. It's good. I love you. This reminds me back when we we went when went to it was like a, God, what was it? Was it Chester's? I think it was Chester's. It was like an arcade, and it had had laser tag, it had go karts, and what was it? Golf. That's right. Thanks, honey. Um, yeah, but I remember we went there on that was like our 5th date, and I remember, um, you were, I mean, you still are pretty competitive, and and that that is probably one of my favorite moments with you. I mean, not that I don't enjoy these moments. It was so badass to watch. I mean, like, me and you, we would go kart racing, and there was other people too, but me and you were just racing against each other. And I remember first time I beat you, he got upset, and you were like, "Let's run it again," and you said first to 3, and then you managed to reverse 3 me. It was, honestly, I was like, um, I didn't mind losing that day. I just saw you and I was like, you are so badass. You are, honey. You're so wonderful. And I know that no one truly is perfect, but I often think we're a pretty good match for one another. Because I know sometimes life can wear us down, but having someone who understands you and you can freely speak your mind without being judged by the rest of the world. It's all we really want. It's all I've ever wanted. And I just want to be super affectionate to you. Because I remember those days when I'd cry myself to sleep and I'd have dreams of this woman of my dreams who always was there for me when I needed her. And she often said things like, "Don't ever let go. I'm right here. And it's okay. You don't need to be a strong man anymore." And I'd often wake up after those all sad and crying because I wasn't with her anymore. But you know who says all those things, honey? That's right, you do. And I know you're the one, honey. I'm not joking about this. I wouldn't joke about this, baby. I love you, and I'm sorry, am I moving too fast? I really do love you, and I mean, if you're not on par with that, I get it. And okay, you're just processing. That's fine. That's fine. I don't know. I guess my brain, I kind of assumed maybe you thought the same way. Because, I mean, we dated for a little bit. Then you were kind of joking and you got into like the proposal position, and I was so red that day because I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. And you told me, relax. Not, we're not at step 5. We're on step 3. And you asked me to move in with you. And yeah, I just, I noticed that I stopped playing as much video games as I used to. And it's not that I don't love video games. I got a story to tell. Do you mind, baby? Thanks, sweetheart. I was scrolling on Instagram the other day, and there was this woman. It wasn't quite TED Talk, but I had that kind of frame where they're like trying to do this inspirational kind of speech to, yeah. Anyway, so let's just call it a TED Talk. But basically, they had 100 like parents with kids who played what they believed was excessive amounts of video games. And a lot of those parents are like, they're always on those games, and that they're not doing things like taking out the trash or clean the dishes or maybe like the toilet, for example, right? And that it makes them angry at their children, that it takes away from their responsibilities. And so most of them yell at their children, and it's through the interviews of the children that they find out that a lot of the reason they play video games all the time is that, and this is what really shook my core, was that they find success in these video games. They feel like they're valued and that they've accomplished something very great. And so a lot of these kids who succeed and they play and they play to constantly get that reward of feeling valued and important. It's why they play. So when they get mad that they lose, and then people from the outside say, it's just a game, and they get mad, it's because it's so much more to them. It's what makes them happy. And if someone stood between you and happiness, well, I'm sure you'd feel just as trifled, you know? And I was like, it really resonated with me. Another thing that really resonated with me was that they then asked those parents, how many times do you hug your children in the past week? And most of them didn't have a number over 2. Like, and it really made me see things in a whole new way. That I felt like I did feel accomplished, and I felt so badass beating every consequential level. That things got difficult, but I never gave up, and I win. It's a wonderful feeling. But it's not as easy in the real world, It's often that you'll take years to get your mastery a hold, let alone getting any recognition from others. So it started to make sense to me. But then I met you, and you gave me a chance when I felt like no one could love who I was, and it changed my world, honey. I never forget how fulfilled I felt that day. That someone held me even when I looked as terrible as I did, and I got cheered up by you, and I felt like I should ask you out, and you said yes. And I know I was speechless that day because you said yes, and I was like, how was I? I was like, cool. I'll meet you here at like 7, and we can go. We can go to my favorite sandwich shop if you'd like. And we went, and I told you about the place and how it won so many awards for being one of the best sandwich spots in the country. And, well, maybe country's a little high, but I don't know, they make some pretty good sandwiches, I'd say. But I just know it won a bunch of awards. I don't know what for, but I won them for something. But I loved those moments where we would share like locations or favorite hangouts that we went to, and kind of maybe some history behind them, and it always feels like I'm walking on air when I'm with you. Like I could talk about anything, and you seem interested. And honestly, I always thought of myself as very boring. But when I'm with you, I always want to be my honest self. Because you love my honest self. And I just, I know my vocabulary is not expansive. But I'm always so happy when I'm around you. And I just want to thank you for always being there, even when I may not be the most interesting or special or best at anything, really. But you're the best person I could have ever asked for. And now I feel stupid because now I'm just realizing how many times I use the same word. And okay, right. I'm sorry I was talking down about myself, hon. Just okay. No more talking about it. Thank you for being there, sweetheart. I love you. What's up, hon? Could you get a kiss? I have to think of it. Absolutely. Thank you, baby. You always make me feel so special. And if there's anything I can ever do for my queen, there's anything, yeah. Just feel free to name it. And yeah, I can wrap my legs around you. Yeah, I feel so safe too. Such a good idea, hon. Yeah, let's fall asleep together.